Prepare to engage.
Hurricane the Style Master.
Hurricane 313.
Phenom Rogue One Production.
This is my life, taking it back, now I'm chilling. This is fight night, taking your life when I'm killing. This is my life, Detroit life, you gotta feel it. This is my type, you damn right, I might hit it. This is my life, taking it back. Detroit life, you gotta feel it. This is my type, you damn right.
Wow, it's 9:23 and they fucking up. It's early as hell. 9:23. Let's start this over from the beginning.
Hurricane the Style Master.
This cruise it got nothing to do with me adapting. They gonna keep on fucking with my on YouTube. So we gonna play this again and we gonna keep it rolling.
313.
Phenom Rogue One Production.
This is my life, taking it back, now I'm chilling. This is my night, taking your life when I'm killing. This is my life, Detroit life, you gotta feel it. This is my type, you damn right, I might hit it. This is my life, taking it back, now I'm chilling. This is my life, taking your life when I'm killing. This is my life, Detroit life, you gotta feel it. This is my type, you damn right, I might hit it. Type lyrics, I entice the right spirits. Hype lyrics, make me snipe and slice critics. Fight lyrics, make me wanna go fight bigots. Heist lyrics, got me hacking for nice digits. Nice business,
Here go my baby.
9 minutes.
I'll baby you up now.
Time to smash some fine bitches. Nice titties, nice kitty that fight with me. Bonnie and Clyde style, baby, can ride with me. She came from here, so I showed her the nice city. Showed her the good life, drinking some fine Henny. Smoke heavy, in the Chevy, we stay ready. Girl is a sniper, she holding the aim steady. Straight shooter, gun louder than 8 tubers. Took me to the bed, she called me
Hey,
the
my
great
number
Buddha.
one.
Great hookah, got a feeling with great Buddha. Kick back, relax, just like the great Buddha. This is my life,
Lady
taking
Captain
it back, now
Vontae.
I'm chilling. This is my night, taking your life when I'm killing. This is my life, Detroit
Gotta
life,
tell the
you gotta
holiday.
feel it. This is my type, you damn right, I might hit it. This is my life, taking it back, now I'm chilling. This is my night, taking your life when I'm killing. This is my life, Detroit life, you gotta feel it. This is my type, you
What's
damn
up,
right, I
baby?
might hit it. Like spitting, little ripping these hot lyrics. Plot thinking, when I heard the cop feelings. Cop killing, now they telling me stop tripping. Not listening, so I caught the cop slipping. Feds bitching, I'm leaving them bedridden. Just kidding, they getting the death sentence. Let's get it, revolution the best in it. Best feeling, bullets leaving your chest missing. Flesh peeling, off the bones like neck bones. Shot a politician, superior tech drone. Jet home, the girl said let's go. She wanted to give it, so I bought her a tank home. Jet flown, first class, the best zone. Mile high club, we getting our sex on. Head gone, she smoking.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a hot one today. I saw the shit. I was gonna do a HHN to cover like a little bit of it. Carl Vernon was talking about it. That whole fucking island is red, reddish orange and shit. Baby, be careful. Stay hydrated. Keep a towel on you if you go out. Stay hydrated again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Vontae, YouTube is fucking with me this morning. Can you hear that? I mean, can you see that? YouTube kicked me out like motherfucking twice. I'm like, God damn. I thought like, early in the morning I could do my thing, which lets me know me adapting, it don't not mean shit. There we go again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go live whenever I feel it. If it fuck up, we'll try to work around it. If it fuck up too much, we'll just end it and probably come back and do a shit later. Because I don't want to get too frustrated over this. Because at the end of the day, Vontae, you the reason why I'm still here. So it's like, I don't want to reach a boiling point and just motherfucking up and leave without saying shit. So I just want to let you know, you're the reason why I'm here. If you leave, I'm gone. And I don't want to just like abruptly leave, because I'm tired of dealing with this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to work around shit, trying to motherfucking, like motherfucking play shit right. You know what I'm saying? But like if I leave this shit, You know, I'm gonna be focused on the bread, and I'm gonna try to get to you as fucking soon and quick as possible, Vonta. Like I'm like real shit. I know the money is tight. I gotta work extra hard. Man, it's taking a toll on my fucking body on some real shit. No matter how much rest I get, because I gotta get up and try to make some shit happen so I can, like build this future. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, take care of my sister, pay these bills. It's like every day it's just like constant fucking battles. And even when I'm just trying to put out fucking truth on YouTube or any other platform, it's a constant battle. Baby, I don't have no other social platforms either. Yes, they're there and they're active, but I'm not on there because they gonna keep on fucking with me. So I'm over here on YouTube just like you, Vonta. It's like real shit. Fuck all these other social media accounts. I'd rather just talk to you on some real shit. Let's just be honest. Keep it a buck. Because don't nobody want to hear the fucking truth any fucking way. They want me to flip out and talk about other shit that don't even mean anything. But, I hate it. I really hate this YouTube shit. But, fuck. They just fucked with me and it kind of threw me off. I think I was already in the middle of a goddamn song. The song about to go off anyway. I go to the next one. I just don't like being fucked with. It's early in the morning. When I thought I adapted, I didn't. So it's like fuck it. Fuck it. What's the point of trying to maneuver around when they fuck me over when I don't know? Clearly, really don't know. I'm just motherfucking taking a wild guess and doing like observation. They're like, all right, they fuck with me less in the morning, less at night, and in the middle of the night, but they fuck with me, heavy between hours of 11 and 4. So it's like noticing that and working around that just for them to fuck up again early and then not fuck up in the afternoon, but they still clearly fuck up in the afternoon by freezing the chat or kicking you out. So if they're not kicking me out, they're going to freeze the chat. So I got to keep on constantly monitoring this fucking shit. It's fucking, it's just too much. It's too fucking much. And even if I rest for a day or two, even for a week, it ain't gonna be enough. Because as soon as I come back, it's gonna be the bullshit. So I'm just trying to control my reality with, I'm gonna come here, put this message out there, put this music out there, talk to my baby, and get the fuck on. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you are the only reason why I'm still here, Vonta. And I told everybody to thank you, and I ain't see no fucking thank you. For real, fuck that algorithm. This the Detroit algorithm. Shouts out to Vonta for making that up. I'm using that. Thank you. Fuck that algorithm. This the Detroit algorithm, baby. Let's get naughty. This is Star Trek Live. Most people not up on Star Trek, so me and Vonta gonna be in this bitch gigging. This our Star Trek date, baby. Y'all enjoy the music. For real. Let it go.
Time to have a party. Baby girl love it if he about to get naughty. Time to have a party. Baby girl love it if she about to get naughty. Get naughty. Get naughty. Baby girl get naughty. Baby girl get naughty. Walking in the club, thank you so much love. See me on stage, tell that motherfucker love. Baby girl get low, talking to the flow. Thinking back up, baby, make that ass roll. Out of control, got me saying whoa. Baby twerking on me, girl, you know how it go. Then the drop singing low, take it to the mo. Baby hop on it soon as the door close. I'm the one. Controls, take off my clothes, pull out the camera phone, wanna see me do a pose, put the tube video, time to make a flick, going for buses when I'm giving her the dick, baby girl, you the shit, girl like a party with, never bad chick, say fire like an arsonist, baby this a hit, got another party mix, call me Santa Claus, had to put you on the naughty list, time to have a party, baby girl love it, that she about to get naughty, time to have a party. Time to have a party. Baby girl love it, that she about to get naughty. Get naughty. Get naughty.
You already know, boss.
Giving her the business, love it when I'm in it. Been around sober, that's her favorite position. Give it to her raw, going in the deep. Fucking all night, we ain't about to go to sleep. Vibing to the beat, while I clap her cheeks. Baby girl screaming and she fucking up the sheets. She the beauty, I'm the beast. Eat her like a feast. Sweet cherry pie, baby, let me get a piece. Detroit after dark, hit it in the park. Under the stars on the hood of a car. She adventurous, we up in the parking lot. Put up to the job, we was fucking on the clock. Day and after work, we been to the drive-in. Treated like a swimming pool, I'm about to dive in. This a party over here, got you fucking vibing. Grab a naughty girl, yeah, I'm about to slide in. Time to grab a party, time to grab a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Time to grab a party, time to grab a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty, get naughty, 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 time to grab a party, time to grab a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Time to grab a party, time to grab a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty, get naughty, 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 naughty.
Know. Now this is the Star Trek live, so if you ain't up on Star Trek, y'all ain't even gonna understand what the hell we're gonna be talking about. Love that comic book cover. You already know, baby. Starring Riley Reid. Oh yeah, Riley Reid. Oh my God, give me one. Riley Reid, Casey Reeves, Elsa G, Jesse Rhodes, Kitten Love. Bella Bates. Oh, I'm saying, give it to you. The old fuck comic coming soon. Oh man, they still home me on my other page, on my fan page. They still ain't give it back yet. They still doing some bitch ass review. I'm like, oh shit. So what the fuck I gotta do? I don't know. I guess I gotta probably make another fan page and probably call it something else. You know, I don't know what the fuck going on, but it really fucks it up for new content creators trying to come in the game and try to create some new shit. You know, you get blocked by bullshit. And that's another reason why I can't fuck with this goddamn YouTube. And the other alternatives, you know, it's cool, but you might have to go through some hoops, troops, and loopy-loops. But like at the same time, I might have to find another spot, Vonta. And it's probably gonna be a spot that no one really truly fucking know about. And I'll slide it to you, and we'll you'll check it out, get a feel of it and see if they motherfucking fuck with your lofty shit. And if they don't, you good. You know what I'm saying? You need a motherfucking place where you can motherfucking really truly be yourself, be you, have a nice good chill without being fucked with by the goddamn platform. You think you can upload later again? That's what's up. I can't wait. Dedicating all my lives to you, baby. Yep. But yeah, this Star Trek talk, about to talk about the plot holes and the plot holes explained, and get off into some conversations on favorite episodes or whatever, or or just get feedback, because I just pre-recorded and really really didn't have nothing. So you might hear something that might have something to say that I can stop it, and we can do a review, go back to a couple past episodes and talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Yep, this is Star Trek Live, everybody. Y'all ain't up on Star Trek. Y'all ain't no Trekkies. Y'all ain't no real Trekkies. This a Star Trek date. You're gonna drop the In the Groove mix video. Okay, cool. That's what's up. I can't wait to see it. And YouTube better not fuck with you either. But really can't wait till you do that Video Vixen channel. You might have to, I don't know, they, might have to probably yeah, just call it Vanna Video Vixen. I don't know why, I'm just still like having visions of that channel, just a, like a Vanna channel, just all the music playlists of all the videos you did. You need that backup channel. Need a backup channel. But yeah, like I said, I was gonna find another alternative to YouTube, that's better, and see if it don't fuck with your shit. And maybe you could put all your old videos over there and your new ones, and like try to build up, your fan base on another spot, and then take small little short clips and throw it on your YouTube and tell them, since YouTube is on a bunch of bullshit, meet me over here. Like I'll be over here, but you'll still be on YouTube. But like, it's just like, we just need to find another alternative, because I hate YouTube. But I know YouTube is your spot. But like real shit, Vonta, like I'm gonna let you know where I'm at when I find an alternative spot. Like I'm talking like real shit. When I find an alternative spot where it's less bullshit and it can let you motherfucker like upload whatever you want with no fucking problem, that's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? But everything is going motherfucking like digital and shit. Everybody going AI, and it's just like, man, dog, it's pretty fucked up. So, dog, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. But like, I'll let you know when I find another platform, Vonta. Like, I'll let you know. But shout out to Eyes Wide Shut. What up, though? Cool video. About to get over to some Star Trek shit.
You know what the hell is going on? I want to know why my science officer's been transferred without my consent. I want to know why my chief of operations is lying in the infirmary while the Jem'Hadar who beat him is free to walk the station. Are you listening to me closely? Because I'm not going to say this again. The next time you try something stupid, I will make you regret it. Should we scare me? Are you questioning the validity of my plan? I'm trying to save your life and the lives of every hostage in that room. And mister, you are not making it easy. 5 others severely damaged. General Martok himself in critical condition in the Rotaran sick bay. Now, I have given you both a lot of leeway when it comes to following Klingon traditions. But in case you haven't noticed, this is not a Klingon station, and those are not Klingon uniforms you're wearing. You don't know what any of this is about, do you? You work here. You see these people every day, how they live, and you just don't get it. But what the hell, right? You win some, you lose some. Better luck next time. You better hope there isn't a next time, mister. I have cut you a lot of slack in the past. I even looked away once or twice when I could have come down hard on you, but those days are over. Now, we may not be able to get you for selling weapons, but you so much as litter on the promenade, and I will nail you to the wall. Game to you.
I love that
First
shit.
contact with a new species very seriously, and I don't appreciate it. Excuse me, Commander. If you don't stop this, I'm going to call the police. You go ahead.
Call them.
Call anybody you want. They can't do anything to me. Not anymore. And nor can any of you. You're Starfleet officers. Now start acting like it. Have you read Worf's after-action report? Isn't it possible that there were no civilians on the transport Worf destroyed? Isn't it possible that the ship he saw was sending out false sensor images, and that this whole affair was staged, so that the only Klingon officer in Starfleet would be accused of a massacre, and the Federation would be forced to stop escorting the convoys?
It's real.
Advocate,
You know it, baby.
isn't it possible? And I want to know why the Federation is willing to risk a war with the Romulans to form an alliance with a group of people that we hardly know and barely trust. To hell with you. And to hell with... You killed him. That's what you planned to do all along, isn't it? You knew the data rod wouldn't hold up to
can
scrutiny.
live with it.
You just wanted to get him on the station so that you could plant
a bomb on his shuttle.
You tried to commit premeditated murder. Another stunt like this, and your wife won't have to complain about the conditions here anymore. Do I make myself clear?
Are you finished?
I haven't even begun.
Begun.
You better this. Here.
I haven't even begun.
Now, yes. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. You were prefect of Bejor during the occupation. True or false? True. And you were responsible for everything that happened under your command. True or false? True. So that means that you are responsible for the murder of over 5 million Bajorans on your watch. True or false? False. I tried to save lives during my administration.
Evidence.
Try to stay calm, Benny. Look, I'm tired of being calm. Calm never got me a damn thing. This entire operation has been a waste of resources, men, and equipment. The blame lies with the man who ordered the mission in the first place, not the man who tried to carry it out. Now, I know it's hot, we're filthy, tired, and we've got 10 isotons of explosives going off outside. But we will never get out of this if we don't pull it together and start to act like professionals. That was low and outside. The ball was clearly outside. Oh, what the hell were you looking at? You can't tell me that ball was over the plate. What were you doing? Regenerating? In 25 years of duty, I have never been taken off an assignment until now. There is a limit to how far I'll go to accommodate cultural diversity among my officers, and you've just reached it. You're damned right you should have checked. You knew there were civilian ships in the area. You fired at something you hadn't identified. How do you suggest I write up this report? He worked under me for a year and a half. I saw him almost every day. Read his reports. Had him to dinner. I even took him to a baseball game in the Hollow Street once. And I never saw it. Major,
Cut that dude off.
What the hell do you want from me? You want me to give you my permission to cause more suffering and death? Well, if that's what you're after, you might as well pull out that phaser and end this right now, because I will never give it to you. You betrayed your uniform. That's enough. That future, that space station, all those people, they exist in here. In my mind, I created it. And every one of you know it. You read it. It's here. You hear what I'm telling you? You can pop a story, but you cannot destroy an idea. Don't you understand? That's ancient knowledge. You cannot destroy an idea. The future, I created it, and it's real. Don't you understand? It is real.
Thank you, Vata.
I created it, and it's real. You get back in that room, and you shut up.
This will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't. Now, both of you, get out. You stole the run from us. You stole it just as if you reached up and tore off the scoreboard. You stole it from us. You.
Get out of here.
What?
No player shall at any time make contact with the umpire in any manner. The prescribed penalty for the violation is immediate ejection from the game. Rule number 4.06, subsection A, paragraph 4. Look it up, but do it in the stands.
I love that baseball moment because, mind you, Cisco is the captain of the ship, but y'all playing baseball. Odo is the boss now. Odo is the man now. Man, that scene had me fucking rolling. That scene had me rolling. I was like, nigga, you kicked the captain out the game. That shit was awesome. And that was a good way to end it on a funny note. That nigga touched Odo. He was like, oh, nigga, you're subsection such and such. Read it, but do it in a stage. You're out of here. Oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, we're going to play a couple more Cisco things, and then we're going to get into the Star Trek plot things, and then we're going to come back and do a Mental Monday. Give me about like probably like, you know, like after this live, probably give maybe like 25, probably 30 minutes. My motherfucking stove wasn't open. I had to go to a motherfucking gas station. I gotta wait till the stove open to grab what I need. So it'll probably give me time to grab that, come back. But real shit, question is, do I really need it? I think I want it. I think I just should just say, fuck it. I'm gonna cross the bridge when I get there. But yeah, we got another one. Go Niners. All right. You killed him.
You killed him. That's right. That's what you planned to do all along, isn't it? You knew the data rod wouldn't hold up to scrutiny. You just wanted to get him on the station so that you could plant a bomb on his shuttle.
It wasn't quite that simple. I did have hopes that the rod would somehow pass inspection, but I suspected that Tolar may not have been up to the task.
And what about Tolar? Did you kill him too?
Think of them both. as tragic victims of war. If you allow your anger to subside for a moment, you'll see that they did not die in vain. The Romulans will enter the war.
There's no guarantee
of that.
Oh, but I think that there is. You see, when the Tal Shiar finishes examining the wreckage of Renak's shuttle, they'll find the burnt remnants of a Cardassian optolithic data rod which somehow miraculously survived the explosion. After painstaking forensic examination, they'll discover that the rod contains a recording of a high-level Dominion meeting at which the invasion of Romulus was being planned.
And then they'll discover that it is a fraud.
Oh, I don't think they will.
It's a fake.
Because any imperfections in the forgery will appear to be a result of the explosion. So, with a seemingly legitimate rod in one hand and a dead senator in the other, I ask you, Captain, what conclusion would you draw?
That Vrenak obtained the rod on Sukara, and that the Dominion killed him to prevent him from returning to Romulus with it.
Precisely. And the more the Dominion protests its innocence, the more the Romulans will believe they're guilty, because it's exactly what the Romulans would have done in their place. That's why you came to me. Isn't it, Captain? Because you knew I could do those things that you weren't capable of doing. Well, it worked. And you'll get what you want. A war between the Romulans and the Dominion. And if your conscience is bothering you, you should soothe it with the knowledge that you may have just saved the entire Alpha Quadrant, and all it cost was the life of one Romulan senator, one criminal, and the self-respect of one Starfleet officer. I don't know about you, but I'd call that a bargain.
Real shit. I call that a fucking bargain too. But god damn.
800 hours. Station time.
In the war room.
The Romulan Empire
Smash my baby in the war room.
against the Dominion. They have already struck 15 bases along the Cardassian border. So, this is a huge victory for the good guys. This may even be the turning point of the entire war. There is even a welcome to the fight party tonight in the war room. So, I lied. I cheated. I bribed men to cover the crimes of other men. I am an accessory to murder. But the most damning thing of all, I think I can live with it. And if I had to do it all over again, I would. Garrick was right about one thing. A guilty conscience is a small price to pay for the safety of the Alpha Quadrant. So I will learn to live with it.
Live with it, baby. I gotta live with it.
Because I can live with it. I can live with it. Computer, erase that entire personal log.
But Section 31 would approve. And probably boost your ass to Admiral for some shit like that. I like on some real shit, just like thinking about the intentions of Section 31. You know, they were like, Cisco did what? Yeah, this nigga fucked up a plan to try to capture a motherfucker. Damn, he did that? He willing to do that? Oh, hell yeah, man. Man, nigga, scratch that from the record. He good. He good. This nigga could, man. Yo, nigga, we are in a fucking war with the Dominion, nigga. Anything goes. But make sure Starfleet don't get a hold of this. Yes, sir. Section 31, bitch. That's how Section 31 is supposed to be. Yeah. I give Julian Bashir his props because he knows Sloan. I still don't like the character, man, but like he has some cool episodes. But the episodes where he had to go talk to Admiral Ross. I'm like, man, no one has done that in Starfleet. This motherfucker walked in that room to the Admiral. Where's Sloan? Then he asked him again, where's Sloan? Then he took off his motherfucking communicator. Like, bloop. The Admiral took off his communicator. Bloop. Let's talk. I'm like, Bashir, it was the courage. He had no fear when he walked in that room because he knew the severity of the situation. Most motherfuckers didn't know about Section 31. You know, this motherfuckers is, only a handful of people on DS9 knows about this shit. So it's like, man, like that's what made the shit so cool. That's what made the shit so great, mysterious. I loved it. I noticed no one else is added to the chat. Nerd alert. Yeah, because we talked about Star Trek. This Star Trek talk. Niggas don't know about Star Trek. You gotta have grown up on Star Trek, the original series, TNG, DS9, Voyager, or that Enterprise shit. We have over 50 decades of motherfuckers. And I know there's a lot of people over here, and they had time to see Star Trek, but they changed the channel. We didn't. That's why I like this. Like, that's why I call it our Star Trek date. This is for me and you. Shout out to Eyes Wide Shut for coming through. Cool video, bro. Cool video. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, people know about Star Trek. They know about Star Trek. They either just didn't watch it or they think they a fucking nerd because we're talking about it. But shit, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'd rather watch Star Trek than Bad Girls Club and Baddies and all that other bullshit on television. I'd rather watch Star Trek and motherfucking get some real good storyline and dialogue to get a whole bunch of bullshit that we see on television now. I'd rather watch Star Trek than see all this faggot ass shit going on right now. Fuck the bullshit. I'd rather, baby, we're going to be binging DS9, smoking good, smashing good, and smashing food. They ain't ready. Yep, I know there's no one else is added to the chat. Damn right. Because it's Star Trek talk. But I bet you when I start the next live on the Mental Monday, everybody and their mama gonna pop up. But shout out to the people that did hit the like. But I know like one of those other likes is Eyes Wide Shut. I don't know who the third like is. I see 3 likes. So I know one is you, one is Eyes Wide Shut, and like one is somebody else that just came through, like hit the like button and dipped off. It's all good. Yeah, not that new Trek shit though. That new Trek shit is garbage. Like I expect someone to come over here and be like, "Hey, yo, nigga, that new Trek is garbage." I agree. Thank you for stopping by. I agree.
800 hours. Station time.
Oh shit! I already played it. Okay, here go the last one right here, and then we're gonna go into the plot.
What are you really up to, Javert? You expect me to believe that a decorated Starfleet officer, the pride of the service, is going to poison an entire planet?
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
You're bluffing.
Am I? Commander, launch torpedoes.
And he turns around.
Aye, sir. Commander, I said launch torpedoes. Aye, sir.
For the uniform, baby.
Trilithium resin is dissipating throughout the biosphere. The Maquis are scrambling their transport ships. They're starting to evacuate.
Do you realize what you've done?
I've only just begun. I'm going to eliminate every Maquis colony in the DMZ.
You're talking about turning hundreds of thousands of people into homeless refugees.
That's right. When you attacked the Malinche, you proved one thing. That the Maquis have become an intolerable threat to the security of the Federation, and I am going to eliminate that threat.
But think about those people you saw in the caves. Huddled and starving, they didn't attack the Malinche.
You should have thought about that before you attacked the Federation starship. Come, lay in a course for Tracken 2, Warp 6. Commander, prepare 2 more torpedoes.
Engine room, break. Set course 050
Unless
mark
safety is on torpedoes
179.
3 and 4.
Can't you see what's happening to you? You're going against everything you claim to believe in. And for what? To satisfy a personal vendetta?
You betrayed your uniform.
And you're betraying yours right now. The sad part is you don't even realize it. I feel sorry for you, Captain. This obsession with
You
me.
can put this with some DS9
Look what
visuals.
it's cost you.
Major, shut that
boot
thing
up.
off. Commander Worf, the Pentalon's torpedoes.
Excuse me,
Wait.
his phone. How would I be able to do that, Vontae? You gotta show me.
If you call off your attack, I'll turn over all our biogenic weapons.
Not enough.
All right, Javert. I'll give you what you want. Me.
Love that episode. Much love, Moni. Yep, I think I might need a computer to do that, Vontae. I think I might need a computer to be able to do some 24-hour streams, do some lofty shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because like I might have to look at a tutorial and see if I could do like a 24-hour live stream for just some DS9 and some visuals to see what happened. You know, probably try to make some more shorts or some DS9 shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, probably have a little collage or some shit. And yeah, I think I might do that for the second channel. I think I should do some shit for the second channel, Vontae. I think do some DS9 shit over there. You know, that's what I think I should do. But yeah, you might have to probably show me through the email, you know, like the process on how to do the 24-hour shit. But I kind of got a feeling I might need a computer for this. But much love, Money. Now we're about to get off into it. About to get off into the Star Trek plot holes and shit. And then we're gonna come back and do a Mental Monday. Probably give me about maybe like 30, 35 minutes. You know, all after the live. Those into DS9 have seen it so many times, they can picture the scenes from the audio. Right. You know, I can see the scenes every time I hear this. You know, you already know, Vontae. Yup, for real. For real. Be like DS9 audio live with a whole bunch of visuals in the background. Maybe that is a great, phenomenal idea, you know. Because like they're gonna hit me with a copyright, you know, they're gonna hit me with the copyright if I take the actual you like the whole scene. I'm surprised they let me get away with motherfucking posting what I posted when I was motherfucking doing the DS9 clips and cutting it out and adding the shit in it. You know, and I'm surprised they didn't hit me with nothing on that. Because I forgot who owns Star Trek. I think Paramount owns Star Trek. I think, you know, whoever did that new shit, those the last motherfuckers that own it. Whoever did that new shit. But yeah, Vontae, that would be awesome. Like we'd be over there chilling like a motherfucker. But yeah, also like yes, I need a computer. Put all your DS9 shorts together for the visuals. All right. I don't know where they all at. And plus, I don't even think I made a lot. I think I only made 2. I know I did the top 15 best episodes. And I played a lot of clips. Oh, I know we got that. And I think I got that short with Cisco and Garrett. You might have to find it. You might have to type in Hurricane JW Star Trek shit, and it's, you know, and it should pop up a whole list. And just send it to me. But I hope, you know, when I read not read, but like look at a tutorial on how to do a 24-hour stream from the phone. I don't think that's gonna work because it's gonna take up too much power. I think, you know, I know my phone is powerful, but it ain't that fucking powerful. This shit still fucks up. I might need a computer. Good Trek will always have a fan base. You already know, Vontae. Now let's get off into this right here.
Built a universe where the transporter can disassemble a person at the molecular level, beam them across thousands of kilometers, and reassemble them with their memories intact. But somehow, That same technology can't be used to clone a Federation army, resurrect a dying captain, or copy a starship hull when the Enterprise needs spare parts. That's why today, I'm breaking down the 8 biggest plot holes that shatter Star Trek canon and every explanation that exists for them, starting with the one.
Yep. He's gonna talk about the plot holes and break down an explanation. Because a lot of crazy plot holes, but he about to explain it. And and I thought this was pretty cool. I was like, you know what, let me talk about this. Because this has, radiated throughout the fan base since the beginning of Star Trek.
That has bothered fans for 50 years, the transporter problem. Here's the thing. The transporter is the single most powerful piece of technology in the Federation. It records every molecule of a person's body, including the exact configuration of their neurons at the moment of transport. That information is stored in the pattern buffer for several seconds before
Ain't nobody really gonna be here for this, Vanta. They're not really staying for this shit. This is where it gets real techno babble, Trek talk, whatever the fuck they say. But me and you love this, Vanta. We know exactly what's being said. We know exactly what's going on. And we know exactly how everything works in the Star Trek universe. Bars.
To the destination. During those seconds, the data exists. It is, at minimum, a complete digital copy of a human being. And canon has shown us multiple times that this data can be manipulated. Riker was duplicated in a transporter accident on Nervala 4, creating Thomas Riker. Tuvok and Neelix were merged into Tuvix when their patterns combined during a transport. Captain Picard was de-aged temporarily by a transporter malfunction. Scotty was preserved alive inside a transporter buffer for 75 years. The technology can do all of this, but Starfleet has never used it deliberately to clone soldiers, copy specialists, or save dying officers by reconstructing them from a stored backup. And before you say there are ethical reasons, the films and shows have raised this issue directly. Multiple episodes of The Next Generation.
We just said it. Scotty was in a transport buffer for decades. By the time we get to watch Star Trek, we see Scotty come out. And like he's going through his shenanigans with everybody on TNG, I think. Man, I'm like, Scotty, welcome back.
Voyager openly discussed the philosophical questions about transporter duplication. The crew always concludes that creating a duplicate is morally wrong, but that conclusion is never actually argued. It's asserted. The Star Trek production team never gave the Federation a coherent reason for refusing to use a technology that could solve any death, any injury, any shortage of personnel. They simply decided not to deploy it that way. The plot hole isn't that the technology exists. The plot hole is that Starfleet behaves as if it doesn't. But here's where it gets worse. The Federation is at war with the Borg, the Dominion, the Klingons, the Romulans, and various other powers across multiple decades. They're constantly losing officers in combat. They have technology that could back up a person's pattern, store it, and reconstitute them after death. They never use it. Not once. Not even for the highest value casualties.
They could bring motherfuckers back to life with this transporter shit. That's the plot hole. It's like, man, this transporter shit is powerful. He can bring people back. He can make a digital clone army of motherfuckers.
Picard dies in Star Trek Generations and is brought back through a Nexus plot, not through a transporter restore. Captain Kirk dies in the same film and stays dead, even though there is a pattern of him in some buffer somewhere that could theoretically be retrieved.
NCC 1701. No bloody A, no bloody B or C. Or D. No bloody A, B, C, or D. Love you, Vanta.
Starfleet's refusal to do this is not addressed in canon. It just doesn't happen. 11,000 Starfleet personnel died at Wolf 359. Every one of them had been transported at some point in their career. Every one of them had a pattern stored somewhere. None of them came back. Then there's the second plot hole, the warp drive contradiction. Warp drive operates by warping space around a starship, allowing it to effectively travel faster than light without violating relativity. The technology is well established. It has consistent rules. You cannot enter warp inside a planet's gravity well. You cannot warp through a star. There are speed limits to warp travel that scale exponentially with energy consumption, meaning warp 9.9 requires hundreds of times the energy of warp 5. These rules exist. They are referenced constantly, and they are violated whenever the plot needs them to be. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Voyager's pilot episode established that the ship was 70,000 light years from home. At maximum cruising speed of warp 9.975, the journey should have taken approximately 75 years. The series ran for 7 seasons, during which the ship periodically jumped enormous distances through plot devices like the Borg transwarp network or random anomalies. By the finale, the ship had traveled the equivalent of about 30,000 light years through these jumps. That left them with 40,000 light years still to cover. Voyager arrived home at the end of season 7. The math does not work. At any consistent speed, the ship would have needed an additional 50 years to complete the trip. The episode never addressed this. The crew simply arrived. The plot hole exists because the showrunners needed an ending, and the math did not support one. The math has never supported one. Star Trek has been stretching its own rules about warp speed for 60 years, because no consistent application of those rules can produce the stories the writers want to tell. Then, there's the Universal Translator, which is the third major plot hole in Star Trek. The translator is a small implanted device, sometimes a piece of equipment carried by Starfleet officers, that automatically translates any spoken language in real time. It works on Klingon, Romulan, Cardassian, Vulcan, Bajoran, Ferengi, and dozens of other languages without prior calibration. It works on languages the Federation has never encountered before. It works on alien species whose phonetic systems have no mammalian equivalent. The technology, as described, is impossible. But here's where it gets worse. The translator works on lip movement. In multiple episodes, characters watch alien dialogue being spoken, and the translation matches the lip movements perfectly. That means the device is not just translating audio. It is also reconfiguring the visual perception of the speaker's mouth in real time. This is a level of technological intervention into the user's own sensory perception that should be world-changing. Starfleet officers walking around with implants that rewrite their visual experience to match a different language. The implications are enormous. The Federation has casual, deniable access to perception-altering technology and never discusses what else it could be used for. The plot hole is not just that the translator works on impossible languages. The plot hole is that the Federation is comfortable letting an algorithm rewrite its officers' eyes. If Starfleet can change what you see when an alien speaks, Starfleet can change what you see in any other context. That implication is never followed up. Then there's the Klingon forehead problem. In the original series, Klingons had smooth foreheads, fully human-looking faces with darker complexions, and were...
I chucked the Klingon shit up to, it was a new makeup guy. you know, I chucked it up to the visual artistry. But this is the reason in the Star Trek universe. I kind of looked past it. I really didn't care about how the Klingons looked. I was so focused on the motherfucking crew. But like when it got to TNG, I still kind of didn't care about the Klingon look because, I was focused on Geordi LaForge. He was the man from Reading Rainbow, teaching us how to read. He used to be on Reading Rainbow on the PBS. It's like an educational channel. Like I grew up watching Geordi LaForge, a.k.a. LeVar Burton. But Worf grew on me like when it was getting to almost the end of TNG. Like Worf had some good moments on TNG. But like it was still peacetime. It was still like peacetime over there. But DS9, Worf became the man. Worf became the fucking man. Worf is the man, the main Klingon for real. But like what I loved about some of those episodes on TNG, the shit about his family, like what he was going through with his brother, and how the council was on some secret shit. And they had to motherfucking keep shit covered up to keep everybody name good, man. The shit was crazy. Worf had to be, labeled a traitor forever till he got his motherfucking house back. I'm like, man, Worf went through some shit. And like what I love is the character development. Like he got his ass beat a couple times, I was like, come on, Worf, get up. but his heart and his spirit, was great. And plus, like, I have it to adapt to being in Starfleet. You like one of the first Klingons in this bitch, so yeah, he had a lot. He had a lot to deal with. And when it got to DS9, he was already comfortable being a cool Starfleet officer. Now it's just like you just got a bigger role. You got a bigger job now. Badass with the iPad. Montauk was my favorite. Montauk was wild. General Montauk was wild. You already know, Montauk. I love this Star Trek date. This is a Star Trek date, baby.
Depicted essentially as a militaristic human variant. In the motion picture and every subsequent film and series, Klingons had elaborate forehead ridges, prosthetic skull plates, and were depicted as a fundamentally different physiological species. For 30 years, the question of what happened was simply ignored. Then, Enterprise tried to address it. Here's where it gets worse. The Enterprise episode Affliction explained the discrepancy by establishing that a genetic experiment with augmented humans created a viral pathogen that altered Klingon physiology, removing the cranial ridges and producing the smooth four-headed variant seen in the original series. The episode explicitly stated that affected Klingons referred to the period as a humiliation and refused to discuss it with outsiders. This explanation works fine until you consider that the smooth four-headed Klingons in the original series included Kor, Koloth, and King, who all reappeared in Deep Space Nine with their original smooth four-headed appearance restored to ridges. The pathogen was supposed to be reversed by Dr. Phlox, but if it was reversed, why were Kor, Koloth, and Kang still smooth in their original TOS appearances? The fix to the plot hole created a new plot hole that contradicts the fix. Discovery then made it worse by depicting Klingons as fully bald with elongated skulls, which contradicts every other depiction in every other series. The Klingon forehead question is now the longest-running unresolved plot hole in Star Trek. Then there's the holodeck question, which is plot hole number 5. The holodeck is a Federation entertainment technology that creates fully realized three-dimensional simulations indistinguishable from reality. Characters in the holodeck appear sentient. They form relationships, hold opinions, react to stimuli, and in multiple cases demonstrate full self-awareness. Moriarty, a Sherlock Holmes villain created on the Enterprise holodeck, became sentient and attempted to escape his program.
I love that episode.
The Doctor on Voyager is a holographic creation who developed full
that episode where Moriarty, the bad guy from Sherlock Holmes, became self-aware. That episode was wild. That episode was wild. Man, Moriarty. And that's one motherfucker you don't want to be self-aware. That's one bad guy you do not want to be self-aware. Like, yo. Man. This motherfucker trying to take over the fucking Enterprise. And then it's like, you know what? Let's just give him a shit. Give him a fuck. Tea and crumpets.
personhood over the course of the series. Vic Fontaine, on Deep Space Nine, is a holographic singer who Sisko relied on for emotional support. These are not edge cases. These are core characters. But here's where it gets fundamental. If holographic characters can develop sentience, then every holodeck program creates beings who will eventually become aware enough to suffer from being deactivated. Every Starfleet officer who runs a holodeck program is potentially creating, then murdering, sentient life every time they say, computer end program.
Yep.
The Federation, the most ethically conscious civilization in the galaxy, treats this as a non-issue. Crew members run combat simulations, intimate fantasy programs, and adversarial training scenarios
intimate fantasy programs. Ooh, hey, Vonta, what we gonna set up for Holodeck 3 tonight? What we gonna set up tonight? We got the naughty classroom. We can set up the dungeon. We can chill on the beach. Intimate fantasy, holodeck style. Oh shit, we could chill under the moonlight. Under the two moons of Riza. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's turn it up a notch in the holodeck, baby. on the bed shaped like a heart with a mirror on the ceiling and some candles, some rose petals, some incense, and I want some beautiful ladies playing the harp while we making love and shit.
Involve creating and destroying conscious entities. None of it is regulated. None of it is even discussed at the policy level. The plot hole is that a civilization founded on the inviolable rights of sentient beings has industrialized the creation and disposal of potentially sentient beings as a recreational activity. Reginald Barclay's holodeck addiction in TNG is treated as a personal flaw. It should have been a Federation-wide ethics crisis. Then there's the Prime Directive problem, plot hole number 6. The Prime Directive is Starfleet's most important rule. It prohibits any interference with pre-warp civilizations. It is described as inviolable, and most captains who violate it face career-ending consequences. But the Prime Directive has been violated, ignored, or bent in roughly half of all Star Trek episodes ever produced.
Everybody say fuck the Prime Directive when it comes to the fucking morals and the ethics. If the captain be like, man, fuck the Prime Directive, I'm going to help this motherfucker. Then it's fuck the Prime Directive that day or that episode. Yes, we followed the prime directive. We followed the prime directive. Something just happened. Fuck the prime directive. I'm about to do what's right.
Kirk violated it constantly. Captain Picard violated it whenever he believed a higher principle was at stake. Captain Janeway violated it on a regular basis. Captain Sisko effectively destroyed the Prime Directive entirely during the Dominion War.
Sisko destroyed the whole fucking prime directive during the Dominion War. Kirk broke it many times. Captain Picard only breaks the prime directive if it feels that it's going against some motherfucking moral personal shit. I'm talking about shit gotta go against motherfucking, like it's like like if Picard say, nigga, this shit is wrong. This shit is wrong. All right. Fuck the prime directive today. This is wrong. And I'm the captain when I say go. But Janeway, she broke that shit every chance she got. But I give Janeway the benefit of the doubt for breaking the prime directive because y'all motherfuckers was stranded. Y'all can say fuck the prime directive, fuck Starfleet if y'all wanted to. Y'all grabbed some marquee motherfuckers and made them Starfleet officers. Chakotay, Torres. Tuvok was an infiltrator to infiltrate the marquee. So it's, I'm like, Janeway broke so many fucking rules. Janeway broke so many fucking rules. But I give them the benefit of the doubt because they were stuck. And like when you're stuck somewhere, there's no space stations. You're picking up scraps to put on your ship to motherfucker keep the ship up. Or you see abandoned ship, you grab whatever you can. Or you get help from friendly motherfuckers, or that shit was dark. Voyager's supposed to have been a lot darker than what it was because y'all out there stranded. And I love the family dynamic because like y'all straight out there for like 5 to 7 years. Y'all got no choice but to motherfucker click up and bond. Janeway was more like a mother figure on that motherfucking ship to me. And the doctor, I could probably say almost like father, but more like a funny uncle that helps you. Janeway was a strong, independent mother that got to take care of all the children by herself and make sure they get home. I ain't like what they did to Kim, but like Kim was pretty cool, but still, I didn't like how they did his character. Paris, awesome. Best pilot. And he got with Torres too. The half Klingon, I think she was half Klingon, half Cardassian or some shit. But she was tough. I loved her. She was tough as nails. Species 8472. Woo-wee. Made a deal with the board. Yup. Got 7 of 9. When Voyager came back from their shit, they came back with a lot of information, technology, and a lot of motherfucking and the motherfucking new members to motherfucking Starfleet. But Janeway, the future Janeway has survivor's guilt, went back to go help out. I kind of didn't like that plot, and the shit was kind of rushed, but shit, I'm glad they made it home. That's all I can say. I'm glad they made it home. But when it comes to the war of the Dominion, I don't think Voyager would have survived. I think they would have died. Like real shit. But if the Dominion War happened after Voyager, like Voyager probably would have stood a chance because like they had a better class ship during the time. But yeah, let's get back to it.
Here's where it gets fundamental. The Prime Directive.
But Sisko destroyed the Prime Directive. Shouts out to Sisko. You the man.
Cannot survive contact with reality because every interaction Starfleet has with
But that species 8472 is a motherfucker. Oh yeah, the Defiant was the best. Or when it I need to motherfucking look at my game again. I got that Star Trek game I had on my phone, because it got the schematics and it got the info on the ships. But yes, the Defiant is the shit. I think there was 2 Defiants, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 2 Defiants. One was smaller. One was smaller. But it was okay.
Developed
Cool.
culture changes that culture, even if the contact is supposedly limited. Observing a society from orbit changes the resources available for observation. Crashing a shuttle on a pre-warp planet changes the technology available to that
Sao
planet.
Paulo.
Curing a disease changes the population of the planet, which changes its history, which changes its development.
Wait, did you type Sao Paulo? Because you probably typed in something else, Vonta. But there's a there's a symbol next to your comment. It says Sao Paulo. Did you type that, or did you type something else? Because I hate how YouTube just motherfucking like changing y'all whole comments, but on y'all end, it looks like what you type on my end is showing me something else. Yeah, the Sao Paulo was the other defiant. Okay.
Prime Directive is logically incoherent. It assumes a sterile boundary between Federation and non-Federation cultures that cannot exist. But Starfleet treats it as the foundation of its ethics.
Well,
the plot hole is not that captains break the rule. The plot hole is that the rule was never workable in the first place. And the franchise has spent 60 years pretending it was, while writing episode after episode that demonstrates it isn't. Then there's the seventh plot hole, the Q problem. Q is an omnipotent being from a higher dimension called the Q continuum. Q can manipulate matter, energy, time, and...
Picard wouldn't hit me. I'm not Picard. The Q continuum is the next plot hole. Now, I didn't think Q was a plot hole, to be personal. I thought Q was just God having fun. Real shit. I thought Q was a god with a whole bunch of other council of gods having fun. Well, I mean, like not all of them having fun because like they're judging the fucking like universe and humanity. But it's like I don't think Q is a plot hole. I think Q is just there to motherfucking test humanity and the fucking limits of human potential. You know, it's just his tactics is like too playful, it's like a trickster, and sometimes devious. Motherfuckers died on the first appearance of Q. So it's like you know, all seeing, all knowing. But his motherfucking sister, was it his sister or was it his daughter? Man, she flew that nigga across that room. She lifted her hand up. That nigga Q was like, oh shit. That nigga flew on that wall. I was like, oh. Yeah, this was on TNG. That was on TNG episode. I think that was either his sister or his daughter. But I think that was his sister. You know, like, or maybe the person that got the Q powers, but Q is what I would be like with God power. You already know. I would probably, 60-40. Like if I had the powers of Q, I'd go back and motherfucker really play. Like, yes, I'll play, but like I would try to teach a lesson in the middle of the play like how Q do. I ain't gonna get nobody killed. Q got some motherfuckers killed. But I can't say that. Fuck it. If I had Q powers, a lot of evil is gonna be eradicated from the universe. And if the Q continuum don't let me eradicate evil from the universe, I'll have to eradicate the Q continuum. Now, I don't know how they be stripping motherfuckers of their powers. I remember they stripped Q of his powers. He had to be a human for a minute. It was, oh my God. This is exhausting. No relation. They all just Q. You're right. You're right. There is no relation. They all just Q. You're right. You're right. You're right. I don't know why I put the association. I put the association which is a female. That's why I try to put the association with us, either a sister or daughter. But like, no, they all just Q. They all just all powerful, all knowing. And I like their outfits. Like when they put their original shit on, that shit remind me of Doctor Who and how the Time Lords wear their outfits. So it was like, man, this is awesome. I'm like, when Q had his uniform on from the Q Continuum, that motherfucker is scary to me. I'm like, damn, this is his fit. This is what he wear. He's all power, all authority right now. But shout out to motherfucking shout out to the man that played Q. I think his name is Clancy, John Clancy or some shit like that. Man, shouts out to him. Yeah, she had a thing for Riker. Yup. He could have had him a Q girlfriend, but he wanted Diana Troy. They was on and off until they got together for real. Deanna had her escapades on the fucking shit. Yep, John Delancey. Yeah, John Delancey. Where got Clancy from? Where get Clancy from? John Delancey.
Space at will. Q has appeared multiple times in Federation history, sometimes as an adversary, sometimes as a teacher, sometimes as a tourist. Yep. Q's existence proves that there are entities in the universe far beyond the Federation's ability to comprehend or oppose. But here's where it gets uncomfortable. If Q exists, and Q can do anything, why is there ever any conflict in Star Trek? The Borg threaten the Federation across decades. Q could end the Borg in a thought. The Dominion War kills hundreds of millions of beings. Q could end it in a thought. The Romulan supernova destroys the Romulan homeworld. Q could prevent it. Q has demonstrated the willingness to intervene when it suits him.
Salute,
Q
bro.
clearly cares about the Federation, particularly Picard. The plot hole is that Q's personal investment in human civilization should make every existential threat we ever see on screen logically impossible. Either Q is choosing not to intervene for reasons we never get, or Q is more limited than the canon admits, or the Q continuum prohibits intervention for reasons that are also never adequately explained. Star Trek has spent 40 years writing around Q's existence rather than addressing what Q's existence actually means. The implication
Right, what his existence actually means. I see where he going with it now. Y'all bringing Q and y'all making stories, like going around Q instead of implementing his true meaning on why he's fucking with the human race. Now, we could probably say it's a simple answer. He's judging the human race. He's sitting back watching, and Picard is one of the people that he choose to fuck with. Because out of billions and billions and trillions of aliens, humans, robots, droids, and all this other shit, he chose Picard. But is it just human life? Was you assigned to the humans? Because it could be on some shit like that. Explain it. It's like, why are humans on trial? Why are we on trial? Because humans and aliens are all doing the same thing. They out there exploring, they out there fighting, they out there destroying. So what's so special about the fucking humans when it comes to the Q continuum? That's what we need to really truly know. Is they afraid of the humans becoming a Q, or are they afraid of humans coming across the Q continuum during their travels? Who knows? Spatial anomalies happen. Time travel happens. Going to parallel universes happens. Who knows? Somebody might end up fucking with the Q continuum. And and the goal is to keep the humans as far away from the Q continuum as possible, and at the same time watch them, and at the same time test them. It's crazy. These Q questions are just the usual God question. Woo! That's deep, Vonta. Yes. Yes. Oh my, yes. You are so right. You are so right.
Omnipotent being is watching and not helping is more horrifying than any villain the franchise has ever produced. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. Then there's the eighth and final plot hole, the timeline.
Because Q could be the biggest villain in Star Trek. All of them. All the series. Q could be the biggest villain. You have all this power, he could be the biggest villain, and he could be the biggest savior. Told you, he can end this shit with a thought, a snap of a finger. You feel me? So what is the purpose of Q? And shout out to Vonta. Like I said, I guess the usual God questions. And you are right. You are so right. and go down a rabbit hole. I might do a motherfucking Star Trek shit on the different entities and the different gods of Star Trek. I might do some shit like that. Let me see if I can find some videos on the different entities that either are as powerful as Q or not as powerful, man, but like, you know, but like still an entity. But I remember there was an episode about the progenitors. If I think I'm saying it right, the progenitors was saying that like they created all the humans, all of the species and shit. It was an episode on TNG. The Klingons, Starfleet, Cardassians, I think some Romulans was there, and the progenitor lady was talking to everybody about the origin of shit. And then something happened. I think time froze or some shit. It was crazy. Yeah, they all had a piece of a puzzle. So I'm like, is they up there with Q? And we have the the species motherfucker 857 whatever the fuck. Species 8574 was that shit? No, 8472. Species 8472. The motherfuckers, I think the Borg is scared of them. So it's like, we got all these crazy ass entities, but I need to find the most powerful ones, the ones that's powerful. But yeah, like I might come back and do some Star Trek shit on that. And that'll be another Star Trek date for me and you. Just like the Anunnaki had to come together. But right after the progenitor told everybody the truth about the origin of them, the foot of the Klingons was like, that's it? I was like, what the? I'm like, did you just hear the beautiful words of this progenitor telling everybody that we are all one? We all got a piece of the motherfucking puzzle. Like, we all. It's like, nigga, fuck that. They got back to fighting, I think. I'm like, what the? But let's get back to it.
Problem. Star Trek has time travel. It is referenced in dozens of episodes. The Federation knows about it, has used it, has policies and departments dedicated to managing it. The Department of Temporal Investigations is canonical. Time travel is a known and reliable Federation capability. So why do bad things ever happen? The Federation has the ability to send agents back to prevent disasters. It does so on multiple specific occasions. The episode All Good Things has Picard moving through time to address a galactic threat. The film First Contact has the Enterprise traveling back to defeat a Borg incursion before it began. The episode Yesterday's Enterprise has an entire timeline rewritten through targeted intervention. These are not hypothetical capabilities. They are deployed solutions. Here's the fundamental problem. The Dominion War lasted years and killed enormous numbers of Federation citizens. The Federation knew time travel was possible. They had the technology to send a small task force back and prevent the war from ever beginning. They didn't. The Romulan supernova destroyed an entire civilization. The Federation could have warned them in advance, evacuated the population, or eliminated the supernova at its source through targeted intervention.
So many great episodes.
They didn't. The Borg incursions across multiple decades killed thousands. Time travel could have prevented every single one. It wasn't deployed. The plot hole is that Starfleet has access to a tool that would prevent all suffering, and chooses not to use it for reasons that are never coherently explained, while simultaneously deploying that exact tool for smaller stakes throughout the franchise. But here's what breaks it. The in-universe explanation for the timeline problem is the Temporal Prime Directive, which forbids interference with the past for the same reasons the regular Prime Directive forbids interference with primitive cultures. The Department of Temporal Investigations exists specifically to enforce this rule, but the department has demonstrated repeatedly that it cannot actually prevent unauthorized time travel.
Right.
Multiple captains have ignored the Temporal Prime Directive without consequence. Section 31 has used time travel for its own operations. The Borg, the Sphere Builder...
And we already know Section 31 is using it. Section 31 probably using that shit doing some crazy shit. That's what Section 31 should have been about. All the secret dark shit that they gotta fucking do behind the scenes. Dealing with the temporal time shit. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to motherfucking key events, fucking up shit, changing the motherfucking future. But like I said, they could have went back to prevent the Dominion War. But they Prime Directive of the time shit It's like you know, like it kind of prevents that. But like shit, man, shit, everybody could be at peace. Everybody could be healed. Nobody dead no more. It's like we actually had the technology to be God. And maybe that's why Q is watching us, because we're getting closer and closer and closer to becoming a Q on a technological level. And then once humans merge with machines, then they will become an artificial Q. Now that is some dark storyline for you. Ooh, man, I could write some shit. Ooh, wait, let me write a Star Trek. Man, let me write some Star Trek. Let me write some Star Trek. Let me write some Star Trek. Like, yeah, exactly. Like you said, the trial never ends. The trial never ends. Yeah.
And various other species have used time travel against the Federation. The rule exists on paper. In practice, time travel is used by...
Exactly. Motherfuckers use time travel against the Federation. So why not use time travel against the enemies? But thing about it is, it could, you know, it should be only authorized for the motherfucking Section 31 people, which ain't supposed to exist. But every fucking spot has a secret order. Starfleet got Section 31. I think the Romulans got the Tal Shiar. The Kardashians got the Obsidian Order. What the Klingons got? I think the Klingons just got their council and they just keep shit secret. I don't think they got a secret military group. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Do they? And the Ferengi, I don't think they got nothing secret. They a bunch of capitalist greed motherfuckers. But definitely, Tal Shiar, Obsidian Order, and Section 31. We need stories on them. You know, the story of Garrick and what you... Garrick is fucking awesome. No telling what the fuck that nigga was doing. I would have loved to see the plan unfold instead of just hearing it in the room after Cisco confronts him. I would have loved to see that mission on you know, like how he planted the bomb on the shuttle, how he motherfucker was talking to people, getting everybody to rally around him and be cool. And Gary got that sinister smile and the look on his face like, man, these motherfuckers don't know what I'm about to do. You know, Gary, oh my God. The Obsidian Order, that's an episode within itself. And a Tal Shiar with the Romulans. You know, shit. Section 31. They tried to do Section 31. They failed. They flopped hard because they don't know. They didn't capture how dark and the essence of Section 31 is. Like, these motherfuckers are supposed to be like a darker version of the CIA or the darker version of MI5, MI6, or like a darker version of, you know, like secret intelligence with motherfuckers in the shadows. You know, they got to bring the energy like Sloan did when he was talking to Bashir on DS9. Everybody need to have that motherfucking, you know, like demeanor and that killer instinct about themselves when it comes to this shit. It's like a professional dark agent, just like how Starfleet are professional officers. You know, it would have been awesome. Yep, and the one with the temporal weapon. Yep. There was a cool there was a cool time ship in Voyager that came back to 90s LA. Yeah. So it's like they don't want to use the time travel for the big purposes, but they're using it for some small shit. You know what I'm saying? But these are the major plot holes of Star Trek. But like otherwise, Star Trek is one of the greatest shows ever conceived, ever thought of. You know, Gene Roddenberry, person that saw war, created Star Trek, of people coming together. You know, I love Star Trek.
Anyone who can access it, including Starfleet officers, and the consequences are always managed retroactively rather than prevented. The plot hole is that the Federation's most important moral firewall against changing history doesn't actually work, and everyone in canon knows it doesn't work, and they keep treating it as if it does. The Star Trek writers have produced multiple in-universe explanations for these contradictions. The Temporal Prime Directive forbids casual time travel. The pattern degradation problem prevents resurrection. The translator works through telepathic interfaces nobody has properly explained. The Klingon ridges came back through inverse retroviruses. Each explanation papers over a single plot hole, while creating new ones. Fans have spent decades parsing these contradictions, and the parsing has become its own form of engagement, part frustration, and part creative problem solving.
Not
The
plot
unintended
holes.
consequence of building
He
a
just
universe
doesn't
that grew
understand the
far
tech
beyond
yet.
anyone's control.
Woo!
The transporter logic, the warp math, the universal translator, the Klingon foreheads, the holodeck ethics, the prime directive contradictions, Q's silence, and the timeline problem all remain debated.
Yeah, and that's a good one, Vonta. That's a good one. They're not plot holes. He just doesn't understand the tech yet. And they could, baby, you could put that in the show. It's like the only reason why they have these so-called laws on the time shit or on the prime directive is because we really fully don't know what's out there. So let's create this now. And let's test it. And if everything is all 100% safe, then we'll probably put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But like till then, y'all follow the temporal rules. Oh, baby, we're gonna make a Star Trek motherfucking series, baby.
Because no amount of supporting material can alter what audiences saw on screen. The plot holes are permanent because the canon is permanent, and the franchise will continue exactly as it has, building new stories on top of contradictions that can never fully be resolved. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more,
we can resolve it because we just did, Vonta. It's like the only reason why they're doing this because they didn't fully understand the tech. So they did this as a precaution. Simple. We just completed the whole shit. There is no plot hole. They just don't understand the tech. We're understanding as we go. You feel me? You know, to boldly go where no one has gone before. We are exploring unknown territories. We're exploring unknown tech. We're talking to unknown aliens and different type of species. Yeah, they just don't understand the tech yet. But we got the technology too. We can already translate everybody's language. We can already do the particle acceleration, transport motherfuckers here from, you know, like from the molecule to the actual thought pattern in your brain. Not understanding when you're being transported, your whole body from the molecule to the brain, electro neurons, you got to put everything back together. But your spot is in the digital mainframe and shit that, you know, like that can be used to motherfucking replicate you and make you a clone soldier or a warrior. And there's other technology that can actually heal you from the brink of death, or when you die, you can be resurrected. We have the technology, but the thing about it is we don't understand the tech fully. Or if they do, Section 31 probably do, but they choose to feed Starfleet these rules while Section 31 be like, all right, you know, we're gonna motherfucking do some other shit. However the game go, it's like you said, Vonta, they don't understand the tech. Yup. Now, we would think by the time it gets to the Starfleet Academy, everybody understands the tech, everybody is professional, and you could probably do whatever you want. But no, Starfleet Academy was garbage. Everybody in that bitch is supposed to be professional, not acting like a bunch of fucking children. Real shit. Because like there was a level of respect and demeanor towards Starfleet when they was going back to the semi-episodes of going to Starfleet and showing how professional everybody is. Everybody in that bitch is professional. You know, like from the cadets that's trying to become Starfleet officers. Like everybody brought a professionalism. Sometimes it was a little bit of ego, condescending, sometimes sanctimonious a little bit, but like at the end of the day, everybody is the best in their field and they're trying to be the best at what they do. And like it is what it is. But like there was a professionalism about it. But like this new Starfleet Academy, there is no professionalism. Everybody, motherfuckers gay and shit. Like what? Like a gay Klingon? That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. You should have your whole house removed and decapitated. In that order. Don't mention Starfleet Academy. Okay, baby, I would not mention Starfleet Academy. That shit wild. They sitting in the seat with the feet up and shit. Like, what? You don't do that in the captain's seat. Those are the best. Yeah, right. You feel me? But we at the end of it. This the end of it. And I will be back. Give me maybe like 30, probably 45 minutes. I gotta hit the stove, because the stove should be open now. I gotta hit the stove, come back and do the Mental Monday. And we'll be back for the Mental Monday, baby. We got some we got a good Mental Monday. I think it's probably like a 40-minute video. And we're gonna have a good time. And then probably later we'll do an HHN, probably later. You know, enjoy your motherfucking day off, baby. Be chilling, baby. Yeah, but I love the Star Trek date, baby. Like, this was fun. This was fun. Talking about Star Trek, baby, we could do this for another 2 or 3 hours. But I will find some more Star Trek. Yep. I'll put Star Trek talk too. Shout out to the people that hit the like button. That was real. Thanks for hitting that like button. I know not so many people up on Star Trek, but thank y'all for hitting the like button and coming in and saying what up. You know, but this that Star Trek date, baby. This is our date. This is a Star Trek date. I like this. This is awesome. I love this, baby. But we about to get up out of here, baby. I will be right back and head to the stove. Probably give me like 30, 40 minutes. It all depends. 10 minutes goes to start, 10 minutes back. Okay, that's that. And I got to record that last little piece. All right, so give me about 40, 45 minutes. It all depends. But baby, I will be back. Okay. This is a great date. I love it. And I love you too, baby. This is that Star Trek talk. And it's real. You about to get you a coffee, baby? It's 3:48. You about to grab you a coffee real quick. That's what's up. Coffee time. It's 3:48 in the UK. It's a scorcher over there. Make sure you stay hydrated. And don't forget to bring a towel. You want to get high? Don't forget to bring a towel, baby. Because I know it's a scorcher over there. It's a scorcher over there in the UK right now. It's supposed to be a scorcher for the next week over here too. But like the temperature ain't pick up yet. So like I'm glad I'm going out early, grab everything I need so I can be able to come back in and chill. And if it get too hot in here, I just turn my fan on and put it on low or medium, and we'll be good. You about to have us a great day. Hope everybody have a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. Shout out to everybody I respect the time zone. This is the first video of the day. This is Star Trek. And shouts out to my guy that's Vonta. Love to the captain and crew. Yep, it's in the 80s over there. Woo-wee. I think it's going up to the 80s over here. If it don't go up to the 80s, it might go up to like the high 70s. But yeah, like we supposed to have an 80-degree week for like a week. You know, so but the cool thing about it is on some of those days I'm gonna be working at night. So like I don't have to worry about the heat. But like on one of those days I work in the afternoon, I think probably if not Tuesday, it might be Wednesday. If not Tuesday or Wednesday, it might be Thursday. It's gonna be hot as fuck. But I'm glad I work at night because it's all cooled off. It's a beautiful wind chill at night, like around like a low 70s, on high 60s, and a good wind blow at night. Oh my God, downtown Detroit feel good. And like plus we got the lakefront, you know, so we can walk on the riverfront, watch the wind blow. Oh my God, Vonta, I can't wait to take you to downtown Detroit. Yo, yeah, baby. I melt that ice cream. Woo, lick it, baby. You know it. Milkshake bring all the boys to the yard, baby. Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I see with the short song with the rollerblades coming up to me with the ice cream. Hey, baby, how you doing? Sweet. You already know. I wish I eat ice cream, but I can't. Like I never ate ice cream. I fuck with popsicles though. I mean, on freeze pops, because you got older, you can't be a man eating a popsicle and shit. You gotta have a freeze pop. Never forget. I was like, what you doing putting that popsicle in your mouth, nigga? Real men don't fuck with popsicles or fuck with suckers. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was embedded in my mind forever. Men don't fuck with popsicles or suckers. If you got a sucker in your mouth, you're gay. You got a popsicle in your mouth, you're gay. I'm like, that's some fucked up shit. But y'all ain't saying shit when y'all was motherfucking listening to Michael Jordan telling you to put ballpark franks in your mouth. Oh, y'all should. We love ballpark franks. We love hot dogs. Yeah, that's gay too. Chop the hot dog up into pieces and eat it with a fork, bitch. So, hello, hot dog. Well, then nigga cut it up into pieces and eat it with a fork. I love shish kebabs too. Yeah, nigga, that shit gay. Take that meat off that stick and eat it separate. Man, that takes the fun out the shish kebab. So what? You gay if you eat that shish kebab like that. Corn on the cob. Like, bitch, get that corn out of the cob out your mouth and go motherfucking open up that can and motherfucking make it the right way. But corn on the cob is the right way. So what? But anyway, man, shouts out to everybody coming through. Thank you, Vata, for chilling with me on this beautiful Star Trek date. This is awesome. This that Star Trek talk. Anybody up on Star Trek? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this often. You know, just gonna be me and you in the chat. You know, a couple people come up and say what up and dip. Yeah, what up, dip? Chill and talk about Star Trek. Yeah, I might do a Star Trek video every week just for this moment, Vanta. Comply to that. That's right, baby. I comply to that. And all you governments and all you haters, you ain't nothing but a bunch of filthy pataks. Fucking patak. They ain't up on that, Vanta. They ain't up on that. But comply, Vanta, and I'll catch you in a minute. Give me about like 40, 45 minutes, all depends, and I'm gonna come back for the Mental Monday. But if my YouTube start fucking up, it might take a little longer. But best believe once I go live, I'm gonna send you the message. I wish my second phone was working. I could just send you the link straight to it. But I think it told me I got like what? How many more days? 3 more fucking days for my shit to come back to normal. So I could be able to, you know, be on the second phone and check everything and be able to send you. I can send you while I'm live to make sure everything is going cool. So until then, I'll see you in a minute, baby. And I catch everybody on the next one. It's that Star Trek talk. And it's real. Oh, yeah. All right, Vanta. You stay hydrated. I'll be back in a minute. You get your chill on, grab that coffee, get your smoke on, bon appetit, and stay cool. I'll be right back. Comply, baby. Comply. Live long and prosper. What does God need with a starship? You betrayed your uniform. Isn't it possible? While the Jem'Hadar who beat him continue to walk on this shuttle. Like, are you done? I haven't even begun. Every Brooks masterclass. And it's real. Love you, bots. I'll be back in a minute. Live long.